Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, and it's Meeks in the shooting guard position. And Dennis Cantor-Clark, a guy who combines brute strength with a high skill level. He finally got to strut his stuff last season with the Thunder.
After the trade, how about strutting his stuff to the tune of 19 and 11 as an average? Huge numbers for a guy who just didn't fit in with the Jazz.
Full 24-second shot clock. Bledsoe against Jackson. Ilyasova dishes to Jackson. He kicks it to Meeks. Passes it to Drummond. And stolen by Parsons. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And Thompson kicks to Reddick. A three-pointer off the mark.
And getting back to Cantor, as big as he is, you see he plays with a high motor. Always shows great dexterity and body control. Doesn't have great quickness, but enough to get in position to make an impact.
And here's Bledsoe. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. Pass to Cantor. The dish to Thompson. And it's denied. Pass break Detroit. Jackson's got the ball. That's good.
Assist from
Leonard's got 5 now.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time. Talking about Cantor, I mean, another thing to like is the plus free throw shooting. I mean, he nailed 78% of them last season, which also indicates that he'll continue to extend out his shooting range as his career progresses.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start. Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Reddick. That's short off the rim.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
It's Jackson with the drive. Ilyasova is screen on Thompson. Deflects the pass. 5 on the clock. And he gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Leonard. Clippers trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Bledsoe passes to Redick. And the Clippers miss again.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Dishes it to Drummond. Here's Meeks. And he gets it to go. Meeks got his first points of the night.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one after the win against the Warriors in Oakland. Bledsoe kicks to Cantor. Now the feed to Thompson. And there's the foul that goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Bledsoe outside. Reverses. And it's blocked.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
Now here's Jackson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Meeks. The pass to Ilyasova. Outside Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Bledsoe kicks to Cantor. They set the pick. Thompson is screen on Leonard. Nice work there coming off the screen.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Jackson. He feeds it to Drummond. No good. Excellent D from Cantor. Clippers trail by 7. Parsons dishes to Bledsoe. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, but I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Here is Ilyasova. The Clippers getting the bucket. Meeks can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Parsons' shot is off.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Leonard gets it to go.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping. but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx, and I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Gordon's checked in for Ilyasova. Morrow comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lamb, he's checked in for Meeks. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
You know, for Drummond last season, his numbers were relatively the same. The expectations placed on him were so hard for him to live up to. Maybe now those will be tempered a bit and he'll play better. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And Augustine kicks to Redick. The shot no good.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Jack passes to Gordon. Feeds it to Morrow. Back to Gordon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got his first 2 points of the night.
And another thought on Drummond, a lot more was expected of him last year, and he saw more attention. Even though his numbers were close to the same, I really felt his impact on the floor was not.
Screen by Dallenberg. Crawford, no one around him. A three-pointer is right on target.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Jack dishes to Lamb. Back to Jack. Pass to Lamb. Jack's up a three. Another three for Detroit.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Gordon goes in. Kicks to Lamb. Landry grabs the miss.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now, here's Dallenberg. After Jeremy Lamb's miss.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play. And no doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Here's Jack. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Clippers with the ball, following the three by Detroit. Landry with the screen. Pass to Redick. There's the foul. That's on Jeremy Lamb.
That's his first personal foul.
.119 left to play in the first quarter. Doubled by Jack. Clock at 4. And Augustine kicks to Dallenberg.
Only one player gets credit for the steal, but really both defenders made it happen on that one.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And talking about Anthony Morrow's development, he did it the hard way. Came in undrafted in his first pro start. 37 points. Remember that game? Most points ever by an undrafted player in his rookie year.
Yeah, that was amazing, that game. And, you know, the 2010-2011 season, he had the second highest three-point percentage in league history. I mean, he's been traded multiple times in his career, though, because he's still refining the rest of his game, wanting to be more than just a shooter.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Wright's checked in. He kicks it to Morrow. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And he gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 16.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And Jack, here we go. And Detroit again with the bucket.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Outside, Bellinelli. Here's Landry. Now the dish to Bellinelli. A floater. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. And are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Pistons, Jarrett Jack is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Anthony Morrow. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Gordon in a power forward. Pass to Wright. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Wright's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Detroit.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
In the corner, Parsons with it. And the wide-open shot from Redick. Drains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And Jack kicks to Wright. Excellent D from Cancer.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Lamb. They grab their own miss.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Dishes it to Morrow. No one near him.
Jeremy Lamb.
And Lamb with the basket on the assist by Morrow.
Anthony Morrow.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The shot by Redick, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his M.O.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
And the Pistons making a change here. Allen's checked in.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Morrow. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jeremy Lamb. Here's Bledsoe. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pistons leading by 17. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. There's the feed to Redick. And again, no good by the Clippers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Redick. Following the shot by Jarrett Jack.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Wright. Ilyasova comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's Jackson in for Jarrett Jack. And that one's good. Drummond.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Redick passes to Parsons. Drains the three-pointer.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Down low. Moves back up. Out to the right wing. Baseline J on the way. The shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Good. They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Chandler Parsons. Drummond with a screen on Redick. There's the screen. Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his third rebound tonight. Redick is in the corner. Cantor, high post. To the paint. The shot by Redick, no good. Pistons leading by 11. And Meeks kicks to Ilyasova. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's two.
Bledsoe against Jackson. Parsons for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 9 points for Chandler Parsons. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
Platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Detroit. Lamb's checked in. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside Leonard. Pistons passing it around. Drummond a screen. Jackson passes to Drummond. Here's Ilyasova. And it's sent back from Dallenberg. Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Dallenberg kicks to Bellinelli. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Leonard with no one around. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And, guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Here's Jackson. Following the score by Jamal Crawford. Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. Drummond the screen. Ilyasova dishes to Lamb. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lamb's got 7.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Kicks it out to Crawford. There's the pass to Augustine. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Now here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Lamb. From deep, Ilyasova. That is good. Ilyasova's got his second bucket of the night. Augustine with it. Screened by Dallenberg. Bellinelli passes to Landry. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A look from Crawford. Again, the Clippers.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Outside Jackson. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Clippers trail by 10. Now Augustine. He dishes it to Dallenberg. To the inside. Landry. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so He's starting to slide.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Detroit. Aaron Gordon comes in for Ilyasova. Jackson kicks to Lamb. The three. Jackson misses.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And it's Gordon missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Landry no good.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And it's the Clippers scoring again. 58 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jackson again. It's Augustine. Leonard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here is Augustine. Right side Landry. Bellinelli for 3. And that one's good. Bellinelli's got 9 points. Pistons leading by 7. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Fires the 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. The shot is off. And so we conclude the first half. Pistons lead by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Leonard has been playing really well. He's got 17 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
J.J. Redick is out there with Bledsoe. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Cantor in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
He got right to the cup using that screen. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night. Thompson sets the pick for Bledsoe. Thompson left side. Thompson is double. The screen from Thompson. Bledsoe dishes to Thompson. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Lamb. He's got 7. He feeds it to Gordon. Jack passes to Gordon. Shot by Jack. Wide open. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Jack against Bledsoe. To the left wing. And here's Redick. 5 points in the game. Cantor gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Cantor's got his second bucket.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Gordon kicks to Lamb. Feeds it to Morrow. Off the pick. Rebound by the Clippers. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Redick for 3. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Golden State. Jack dishes to right. Lamb passes to Gordon. Jack for 3. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. In the corner, Parsons with it. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Wright. Here's Lamb. Powered down with both hands.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And Parsons kicks to Cantor. Redick with the bucket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Detroit making a switch here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Wright. Ilyasova comes in for Gordon. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Jackson in for Jarrett Jack.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Clippers trailed by 11. Now here's Bledsoe. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's Redick on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And the shot is good. Morrow's got 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Cantor throws it down.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Parsons, right side. For 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
At the line for the Clippers, Andre Drummond.
And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed the big contract coming into the season. And now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
Now here's Redick. He's got 7. Thompson against Drummond. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Thompson.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And Drummond throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Bledsoe outside. Redick is in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bledsoe, here we go. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Meeks. Pass to Drummond. On the wing, Jackson. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jackson. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Meeks passes to Ilyasova. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Ilyasova's got 7 points.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And the Clippers call time here. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
So both teams making some changes here. Jackson against Augustine. Crawford outside. Passes it to Landry. "14 feet away. Second shot opportunity. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Dalembert.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Here's Jackson. And it's Drummond missing.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Augustine. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pistons leading by 11. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Landry. Leonard the pass to Drummond. It's stolen by Dalembert. Inside. Here's Bellinelli. No good with the layup. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Over in the corner, Meeks. Now the dish to Leonard. To the middle. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Augustine against Jackson. Augustine with it. Kicks it out to Crawford. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Crawford's got 9 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
And Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
For the Clippers, Cantor checked in for Dallenberg. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Augustine. Detroit also making some changes. Wright comes in for Andre Drummond. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Jackson. Outside Leonard. Offensive rebound. Humphries kicks to Meeks. 4 on the shot clock. Wright sets a screen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
Now here's Bledsoe. And Landry throws it down.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Meeks dishes to Leonard. Meeks passes to Leonard. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Yes. Jody Meeks.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. But Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times.
And stolen by Wright. And Jack kicks to Meeks. Outside Jack. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Wright sets a screen. Leonard the pass to Wright. Nice work there coming off the screen.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Landry with a screen for Bledsoe. There's 31 seconds left in the third. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Now here's Wright. Bledsoe comes over to help. And Jack kicks to Meeks. Back to Jack. Here's Humphries. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defense.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Detroit, up by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Clippers trail by 16. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. They've got Chris Humphries. Jarrett Jack is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Leonard in the small forward position. And here we go. Fast break. Jack's got it. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Crawford outside. Out to the wing. Here's Bledsoe. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Craig in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Jody Meeks. And Jack kicks to Lamb. The Pistons rebound. Another shot. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Thompson kicks to Cantor. Humphries with the steal. Leonard, no luck. Clippers trail by 16.
Talking about Bledsoe, one area where he has to improve his turnovers. He averaged over 3.5 turnovers a game. You can't be a championship point guard if you're not squeezing the arm.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. And Jack kicks to Humphries. Bledsoe against Jack. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Cantor. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Cantor sets the pick for Crawford. Back to Bledsoe. To the paint. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Crawford outside. Detroit with the rebound.
And thinking a little bit more about Eric Bledsoe, yes, he could be more efficient, but his combination of points, assists, and rebounds per game is outstanding. If he focuses in and listens to his coaches, we could be talking about him in the upper echelon of point guard.
Crawford dishes to Bledsoe. From the arc. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. They might be named after a car part, but the Pistons had a rough go of things on the road. They just had to use it. They just couldn't stay consistent away from home.
They couldn't. Only won 14 road games, and that number is not enough to get you to the playoffs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Andre Drummond comes in for Wright, and it's Jackson in for Jarrett Jack. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Pistons. Drummond passes to Ilyasova. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
And guys, for the Pistons' bad road record, a lot of it was due to their poor start on the road. Only managed to win one of their first 9 games, and that tends to take the confidence away from a young team.
And the Clippers call time here.
You know, the last thing I'll say about the Pistons on the road, typically you have to be close to 500 on the road in order to make the playoffs. The Pistons won 7 in a row at one point on the road, but by then they had fallen too far back.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Carl Landry's checked in for Cantor. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And Ilyasova kicks to Lamb. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Landry, a screen on Jackson. Crawford drives in. Fast break, Detroit. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 24 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Redick inside the line. Again, Los Angeles. Pistons leading by 13. Now Jackson. There's a screen to the left side wing. Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb.
Again, the Pistons good for two.
Reggie Jackson.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
That's his first.
Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ricky Lito in for Jeremy Lamb.
And if you go back, remember Jackson struggled with the Pistons last year as well. So the team went on a losing streak as soon as he got there.
Ilyasova can't hit.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
With the basket.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Jackson drives in. The three from Morrow. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And Jackson will look for a fresh start this season. I mean, hard to play with all the drama and questions going in your head about pending free agency.
Now here's Redick. Defense right on him. It's blocked. Fast break. Here they come. Lito kicks to Jackson. Here's Ilyasova. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Reggie Jackson.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Tristan Thompson.
And Thompson throws it down.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Back to Jackson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Drummond. Stolen by Landry. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Redick for three. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Pass tomorrow. He kicks to Lito. Wide open. Can't hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Parsons. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Clippers. Bledsoe comes in for Jamal Crawford. And a different look here for the Pistons. Gordon's checked in for Ilyasova. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Anthony Morrow. Lamb, he's checked in for Ricky Lito. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Jackson.
Out of bounds.
It's Drummond with the drive.
Clippers ball.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Bledsoe. Left side, Parsons. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Leonard, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Bellinelli passes to Thompson. They double-team Bledsoe. Lets it fly from 18. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Drummond sets the screen for Lamb. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Bledsoe. Over to the left wing. In the corner, Parsons with it. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Leonard draws the double. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Pistons ball. Detroit calls time.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're up by 13. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. A different look for the Clippers. Cantor checked in for Tristan Thompson. Crawford comes in for Parsons. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Detroit also making some changes. White, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Humphries comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Lamb. On defense, the Clippers trailing by 13. 6 on the shot clock. And Morrow has it in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And Detroit has possession. Here's Jack. And Humphries has it in the corner. Shot by Gordon, wide open. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Detroit.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Leonard. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Cantor kicks to Augustine. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First one falls for him.
DJ Augustine at the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Augustine. So it's Detroit now. It's a 14-point game. And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Jack dishes to Humphries. And here is Jack. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.